Hey, what is up, everybody? It's your boy AJ Cook, and welcome to That's a Shoot, my weekly episode where I talk about the goings on in the world of professional wrestling. I talk about the good and the bad and put over and bury, and then I go to the main topic of this episode. But as always, we start with put over and bury. So let's jump right into it. And here we go with put over and bury. And actually, this is gonna kind of go kind of a straight shot because to be honest with you, I didn't find too much to bury. I only have one thing to bury. I have a couple of other things I want to put over, so we're going to do that. So this is going to be a straight shot. Long-time viewers of this episode know that I do put over, then I do bury. I'm gonna kind of group this all into one episode here. So we're gonna start as always with put over. And put over is the Raw reunion. I mean, I thought this was fantastic. I thought this was funny. The stuff with all of the legends winning the 24/7 title, it was just fantastic. Great show. Loved the ending with Stone Cold and him going down memory lane. This is now something that I think needs to be a year, a yearly thing. Now, I know that this was done so that the USA could get a spike in ratings and things like that, but this needs to be done every year before SummerSlam. A Raw reunion type of thing, a family reunion, like Steve Austin said. This was fun, but now it needs to be like more. It doesn't need to be like in a in a crowd with where do wrestling or anything like that. They can stop that. It could be like in a banquet hall or something like that, and just have some of the guests step up and talk stories for 3 hours. And that would be the fantastic part, I think, of this or something like that. So I think this needs to be a yearly thing for WWE to do. I loved it. And during Raw reunion, the Fiend Bray Wyatt attacked Mick Foley. And because I'm guessing because Mick Foley, with all his hip injuries and because he's an older guy, he probably can't bend down enough to take Sister Abigail. He had the mandible claw on him, and I thought that was really I thought that was really a good spot for that. I really enjoyed that fact that that Bray attacked Mick Foley and then he put on the mandible claw, and Mick Foley was able to take it. So I truly enjoyed that part of the show as well. SmackDown had a couple of things as well. They had some great promos. The Kofi Randy promo was great. Brings back on their history. I love the fact some shots fired from Randy Orton. Love the fact that he didn't need to speak with a phony Jamaican accent. For those of y'all long-term viewers, he was built originally billed from being from Jamaica, you know. Once he got over and everything like that, he stopped talking with the Jamaican accent and everything like that because they wanted him to be more profitable, and that was around the same time that he was going to get that push with Randy Orton. Now, for those of y'all who don't know, um, he had in 2009 he had a feud with Randy Orton, and it was a big time feud. It was a feud to see if Kofi could hang with the big guys. So and what allegedly happened is that there was a match on Raw where um where it was Kofi versus Randy Orton, and what was allegedly supposed to happen is that Randy Orton was supposed to punt Kofi in the head and get the victory that way. Unfortunately, Kofi either forgot or whatever. Then Randy Orton just grabbed him and gave him an RKO. And when Randy Orton turned around and said, "Stupid, stupid, stupid," to Kofi Kingston, pinned him for the 1, 2, 3. And then apparently backstage, Randy went to Vince and everybody and said, come on now, he saw what he did. He's not ready. If he forgot the spot, he's not ready. So that's what that promo was. They would kind of make, without obviously saying that stuff, keeping the kayfabe, they were alluding to that. Now that is a rumor. It's not been confirmed by anybody from what I know. It's not anything like that. If you want to see that video, you can always, it probably should be up on YouTube. It probably should be up on YouTube, you know, unless WWE is taking it down, but they don't take down a lot of stuff. Um, so yeah, you can probably find it somewhere on YouTube. But yeah, that's what that whole promo was about. So I thought that was really fascinating. Some good work from Randy and Kofi, relating on that pass. So I think that's really, really good. And the final put over is the other promo, is the Miz TV between Dolph Ziggler and Shawn Michaels. Now listen, I have no idea where they're going with this. I don't know if they are heading down the way of where Dolph and Shawn are gonna wrestle, or if this is gonna be Dolph and Miz with Shawn in the corner, and then maybe they might even do the thing where maybe Shawn turns on Miz, or maybe Miz turns on Shawn, or I have no idea where they're going with this. But that's the one thing I would be okay with anything other than Miz turning on Shawn. I don't want to see the Miz as a heel. He's right now he's a good babyface, and I think and he just turned right. He just turned earlier this year babyface. So let him keep going. If you want to turn him heel next year around this time, 2020, totally fine. He would have had 16 months or so as a babyface. But let's keep it. Let's not turn him back heel so quickly. Let's keep the Miz as a babyface. But yeah, I thought the promo was good. I like the fact that Dolph was a Miz. I'm not liking the fact that he's taking shots at Goldberg. That makes me think that Goldberg is gonna do something with Dolph Ziggler and beat Dolph Ziggler. So we'll have to wait and see. But I'm not keen on him taking shots at Goldberg. But him taking shots at Shawn Michaels was very interesting, and Shawn taking shots back, being the second-rate Shawn Michaels, I thought that was very interesting. So we'll have to see where all of this goes. But I am very intrigued at what we can see from these three gentlemen. And like I said, I'm not gonna do a cut here, like that. We're gonna go right into Barry because they only got one Barry this week, and that's anybody who did not like Raw Reunion. And that's what I wrote down. But what I mean is that if you didn't like Raw Reunion because you just didn't think it was a good show, okay, I would disagree, but that's your opinion, right? And I think that's could be a valid opinion. But I think anybody who did not like Raw Reunion because they didn't do a lot of wrestling, they didn't advance the storyline, you're missing the whole point of the Raw Reunion show. This was not a show to try to advance a storyline or anything like that. It wasn't. It was a Raw Reunion. It was there just for entertainment purposes. So take it for what it is and sit back, relax, and enjoy it. And for those of y'all who are not going to do that, I mean, come on. Get real. You should know this by now, right? This was about pure entertainment, enjoyment purposes. This is what this was about. We've still got 2 weeks before SummerSlam. So they can take 1 week off and just give us great fun entertainment that we saw. John Cena came back. And boy, what a pop did John Cena get. That was incredible. They got the Usos and I could probably bury Jimmy Uso if I wanted to too. I mean, you make fun of him with John Cena about getting arrested, and then he goes out and gets arrested again. I mean, it's I put this out on Twitter. It's time for people to start getting suspended for getting arrested for DUIs. And I'm talking about like 60-day suspensions. Yeah, when you lose money, maybe you start thinking about getting DUI. Start thinking about, and Jimmy Uso might need some help too. He might need because he may have a problem, and he may need to go get some help. Because the fact that you're drinking and driving, this is the second time you've been caught doing it. It's time. So I mean, so maybe I did have more than one Barry, but this is just basically the Raw reunion, and again, if you can take that and enjoy that for what it was, and you worried about storylines being progressed, uh, you're one of these people who just want to complain about everything. So I've got no time for that. So the main topic of this week's episode is the All Elite Wrestling TV deal. It was announced on Wednesday. So let me read to you something from Forbes.com. Then I'll give you my thoughts on this. After launching a Twitter account in preparation for its forthcoming debut on TNT, AEW teased a major announcement on Monday. AEW and Warner Media delivered on that promise Wednesday morning with the official announcement of AEW's weekly television series beginning Wednesday, October 2nd. Per press release, Warner Media announced today that the new professional wrestling league, All Elite Wrestling, AEW, will begin airing its 2-hour weekly matches on TNT on Wednesday, October 2nd, from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. The highly anticipated action-packed matches will take place in different cities across the nation each week on Wednesday, starting in Washington, D.C. at the famed Capital One Arena. Ticket pricing and on-sale date for the televised live event will be announced on Monday, July 29th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time via AEW's social media platform. Industry insiders anticipate an audience of 400 to 500,000 per AEW television premiere on TNT, which, while significantly lower than the 2.51 million WWE has averaged in a down 2019, will symbolize a promising start for the upstart brand, given the overachieving demand for major AEW pay-per-views dating back to last year's All In. It would not be surprising to see AEW's showcase blow past its 500,000 benchmark. AEW's October debut will mark a significant sea change in the once monopolized pro wrestling industry. In addition to AEW's fall premiere on TNT for a flagship that remains unnamed, WWE SmackDown Live will debut on Fox Broadcasting Company that same week. The dynamic of TNT versus WWE, two billionaire-backed national wrestling promotions, and even Eric Bischoff in power, stir up fond memories of pro wrestling's last boom period during the Attitude Era. AEW continued the little engine that could journey toward becoming a legitimized pro wrestling property has come in stark contrast to a shaky WWE empire plagued in turmoil. The worldwide leader is more than aware of AEW's steady rise in the national pro wrestling scene and intends on taking down everything in its power to stop it. During a recent media call for SummerSlam, Seth Rollins vowed WWE would knock AEW dead just like we do everyone else. WWE has already employed counter-programming strategies against AEW, as in recent showcase for Evolve 131 aired on the WWE Network during AEW's Fight for the Fallen charity show. Though chalked up to a mere coincidence, NXT TakeOver Cardiff will air the same night as AEW All Out, while WWE officials remain in talks to potentially air NXT Wednesday nights on FS1 as a means to undermine AEW's weekly television show. AEW and WWE are certainly headed for a collision course starting in the fall. Come October, pro wrestling's next war will either help revitalize WWE's slumping product, raise AEW's platform as a mainstream pro wrestling property, all of the above, or none of the above. And again, that's from Forbes.com. Alfred Kanua, better known on Twitter as like This Is Nasty. He was like This Is Nasty on another thing. I think he's still This Is Nasty on Twitter, so you can go find it probably there. So now let me give you my thoughts on this. Like I've said many times before, I am not one of these that is on the whole thing of you know, this is a AEW, you know, this is something that the WWE needs to be worried about. I am not. I don't. Again, I don't think they need to be worried. They don't need to be worried about AEW. Not until they start going truly head to head with WWE and start beating them. Let's understand this. The AEW is never going to put WWE out of business because they just get money out the wazoo, especially with this Saudi Arabia deal where they're making hundreds of millions of dollars apparently from this deal. So AEW will never put WWE out of business. But you could get your point to where the WWE doesn't have any, WWE is like Impact Wrestling and Ring of Honor Wrestling, where they can't be found on television. Like Impact does their shows on they're like on some show that I don't even think is not I don't have it. They're on some channel that I don't have it. They have their shows on Twitch. So I mean, sure, push comes to shove, Raw and SmackDown could always be on the WWE network. Yes, absolutely. They could always be on the WWE network. But I think what you want to do, you want to have wrestling on television. Wrestling's been on television for years, and it's, for it not to be on television in some form or fashion, I think would be, off. So to not have WWE on television, I think would be awful. But I think we are several years away from that even happening. If it would happen, we're several years away from that from that happening. So I'm not one of these guys who thinks that AEW is a threat. And I'm actually very, very shocked that WWE are treating AEW like a threat. I really am. Whether it's Vince McMahon coming out and saying all the stuff he said apparently in the conference call the other day for the quarterly stuff, and him talking about he hopes AEW doesn't go into a blood and guts type of thing. I'm guessing because of the Cody Rhodes and Dustin Rhodes fight from AEW. I'm guessing that maybe because there is a part of the fan base that wants WWE to go back to that. They want to go back to having the blood, in every other week or something like that, and that's not needed. It's not needed. It really isn't. If blood were to be used, should be used sparingly. Once or twice a year. At at least intentional blood. What you would do the blade job, but or maybe if you have someone like Brock Lesnar, hit him with 3 or 4 elbows on the hairline or something. So I'm not sure, but it's not that doesn't need to be that doesn't need to happen. It really doesn't. So people who are and I'm glad that he cleared that up. He said that they're going to stay PG, but they are going to go up to the line for PG. They're going to be a little bit more edgier. So I like that. I really do. So, but yeah, and the fact that they are doing all these things, like they even have a thing where Saturdays they're going to do a thing on Saturday. Because AEW is doing something apparently on Saturday. I have no idea what the hell they're doing Saturday. So Saturday they're gonna counter program it with Smackville, and it's basically just a house show that they're now gonna do as a SmackDown program. So I don't know. I'm not gonna do like a rapid reaction for it. I may not even watch it. If I do watch it, then what I'll probably do is I'll probably do a special That's a Shoot. It's actually tomorrow. It's actually tomorrow. So if I watch it tomorrow, actually I may not even watch it tomorrow. I don't know. But if I do watch it, I'll do a special episode of That's a Shoot about it, and and I'll recap it, tell you what I think about it. If I don't, whatever. But it's just they're doing a lot of these things. Looks like in those things that they're already thinking about now counter programming AEW. We're having, it was originally thought that there was not NXT was not going to be on FS1, but now since they're going to now they think they're doing AEW on Wednesday, they're thinking about counter programming NXT. With NXT. So I don't know. I don't know why they are so worried about AEW. This thing, AEW can fall flat on its face. It really could. It really could. It could be as bad as anything else, and it could be off TV within a year, and then fall flat on its face. It doesn't make money, and then they're doing nothing. Now I've said in the past that I am okay with AEW. I'm okay with AEW being a company. I'm okay with AEW, doing shows and doing other things. I think that's what Ring of Honor does. That's what New Japan does. I think I'm totally okay with. I'm not. I'll be very honest with you. I'm a diehard WWE guy. I'm a WWE mark. I'm kind of upset that they do have a TV deal with a TV deal with someone big like TNT. I am upset about that, but that's neither here nor there. When October comes out, when it said October 3rd, right? Whatever. I more than likely am going to watch. We will have to see what else is on that week, because I got a lot of shows I like to watch. So so like if it's on like if it's like if like Arrow, if Arrow is back on Wednesdays. Arrow was on Mondays this year, but if Arrow is on Wednesdays again or something like that, this this fall or something like that else is on Wednesdays, something that I might want to watch, then I may I have a multiple TV set. So what I might do is I might have it on one TV, or maybe what I might do is at the very Survivor comes on Wednesdays, so I gotta watch Survivor live. So what I probably would do is since I have multiple TVs, I'll probably have AEW on one TV. Then I'll watch Survivor. I keep my eye on AEW and what I'm so just to make sure that I'm seeing it. But I'll definitely probably watch the first few weeks of it to see if it's something that would interest me. So and I may come back on here during October and say, you know what, I was wrong. They're doing good stuff here. So let's continue on. I might say I'm just not interested. I'm just gonna keep on with WWE. So we'll have to wait and see. So, but either way it goes, those that do hate WWE, they now can watch AEW, and I don't have to hear them complain and bitch and moan about what WWE does. So that's good. All right, y'all. That's it for this episode of That and Shoot. Post any comments down below that you have about my putovers, about my berries, about my main topic, the AEW TV deal. Are you guys excited for it? Let me know what you guys think. Let me know any comments you have about wrestling in general down in the comment section. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, click the notification bell, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy, AJ Tripp, signing off. As always, be good to each other, be careful out there, and I am out.